The Bible stands as the most profoundly powerful book ever written for the generation of wealth. Indeed, countless influential entrepreneurs and leaders consistently apply its principles. Any contemporary book on personal finance, regardless of its recency, draws heavily from these timeless biblical teachings. Whether this is widely recognized or not, the reality remains. Everything essential is contained within its pages. Leading psychologists even confirm that approximately 40% of Jesus' parables directly address money and possessions. This video will explore some of the most impactful parables, analogies, and stories from the Bible that illuminate the path to wealth generation and financial prosperity. Let us embark on this journey without further delay. Consider the wisdom of King Solomon, a pivotal figure from the Old Testament and the King of Israel. His powerful declaration states that one who is patient is better than the mighty, and one who controls their spirit is better than one who takes a city. This profound insight emerged during a unique encounter where God appeared to Solomon in a dream, asking what he desired. Kingdoms, riches, power? God offered anything. Yet King Solomon sought none of these tangible material possessions. Instead, King Solomon asked God for wisdom. He understood perfectly that wisdom is the foundation for all desires. Wisdom provides the information necessary to analyze opportunities, identify them accurately, and seize them effectively. It also bestows the ability to avoid costly errors that could delay wealth generation for years. Furthermore, wisdom empowers innovation, enabling the recognition of population needs and the creation of products or services that enhance lives and foster general wealth. Wisdom encompasses everything, a truth King Solomon grasped completely. Genesis chapter 41, verses 34 to 36, speaks of Pharaoh seeking a wise and discerning man to oversee the good years. Within the book of Genesis, the story of Joseph unfolds. Joseph, sold into slavery by his brothers, rose from precarious circumstances to become the second most powerful individual in Egypt. When Pharaoh was troubled by a dream no one could interpret, Joseph, renowned for his abilities, was summoned. Pharaoh's dream depicted 7 plump, healthy cows devoured by 7 thin, sickly cows. Deeply disturbed and without understanding, Pharaoh turned to Joseph. Joseph interpreted the dream to signify 7 years of great abundance, followed by 7 years of severe famine. Joseph then proposed a plan. During the years of plenty, 1/5 or 20% of all produce should be collected and stored. This foresight not only saved the Egyptian people from starvation, but also allowed them to prosper during the famine. This biblical analogy, like the cows in the dream, underscores the critical importance of building a robust emergency fund during periods of high production and prosperity. Each individual should aim to save at least 20% of their earnings, dedicating it to an emergency fund in preparation for inevitable crises. Psalm 16:8-9 declares, "The Lord is always before me. With him at my right hand I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices." This sentiment echoes the spirit of David, a young shepherd often disregarded by his own family, living in poverty. David accomplished what others lacked the courage to even contemplate, confronting the mighty Goliath. Despite universal doubt and lack of support, David, fueled by unwavering faith in God's presence, protection, and his own bravery, defeated Goliath. This triumph established his fame and ultimately led him to become king of Israel. David's example demonstrates that with courage, bravery, and above all, faith in one's own capabilities, potential, and inherent value, individuals can achieve feats previously deemed impossible. How does this relate to wealth generation or financial management? This is not merely personal development. The generation of wealth often hinges on a compelling principle. When others are paralyzed by fear, that is the opportune moment for bold action. Conversely, when widespread optimism makes everything seem easy, it is time for caution. In financial markets, for instance, when a boom leads everyone to believe they will effortlessly become millionaires through cryptocurrency, index funds, or real estate speculation, exercise restraint and prudence. However, when fear permeates the market, creating widespread apprehension, that is the moment to act with conviction, having immense faith and courage that positive outcomes are possible, and to take calculated risks. Luke 14:28 states, "For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it?" Just as Jesus was prepared for his time in the desert, individuals must prepare before any financial decision. This requires deep reflection, exercises in introspection and extrospection, thorough situational analysis, and meticulous risk calculation. It is essential to truly value money, to overcome fear in buying or investing, but always within a framework of rational planning and clear-eyed assessment of risks, advantages, and possibilities. Before making any significant financial move, it is prudent to ensure basic survival, such as having enough funds for at least an extra month. Beyond basic expenses, it is crucial to track earnings, expenditures, and investments, maintaining a calculated and analyzed reserve to mitigate potential risks. A significant hurdle in wealth generation is the pursuit of riches without mental tranquility. Mental peace is paramount in wealth creation, enabling objective analysis free from emotional biases that lead to poor decisions or fear-driven inaction. This mental peace stems directly from diligent preparation and sound planning. It is challenging to foster a healthy relationship with money, to overcome the fear of spending or investing, without the assurance that every decision is backed by fundamental reasoning and solid planning. Proverbs 14:23 affirms, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty." Consider Jacob, who toiled for 7 arduous years for his uncle, hoping to marry his daughter Rachel. After those 7 years, his uncle deceived him, giving him Leah in marriage instead. Jacob, determined to marry Rachel, then accepted another 7 years of
labor, pouring blood, sweat, effort, sacrifice, and dedication into his uncle's service. Finally, after a total of 14 years, he married Rachel. Society often craves instant gratification, yet it is crucial to understand that nothing truly valuable or lasting comes quickly, easily, or magically. For an exceptional life, exceptional sacrifice and effort are required. To live a life that the majority cannot, one must be prepared to make extraordinary efforts, take calculated risks, and overcome fears and obstacles that most lack the courage, bravery, or faith to conquer. 1 Thessalonians 3:10 instructs, "For even when we were with you, we gave you this rule: the one who is unwilling to work shall not eat." This serves as a vital reminder to always value work for what it is, an inherent part of the process to achieve desires. It should be seen not merely as an obligation, but even as a pleasure, an integral step to be approached with gratitude. Challenges, suffering, and sacrifices can be viewed as gifts, indicating one is on the right path, a path many others, for various reasons, cannot pursue. Working diligently is a way to honor the divine gifts of opportunities, abilities, talents, and resources bestowed upon humanity. Proverbs 13:11 cautions, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." Many observe others accumulating wealth and harbor resentment, questioning their character. However, one should not judge external situations, as the divine plan for each individual is unknown. What is clear is that while specific actions and values may generate money, preserving it, multiplying it, and achieving long-term prosperity demands absolute honesty. Wealth acquired without integrity, whether quickly or through questionable means, will inevitably dissipate or create imbalances in other areas of life. There will be no alignment with values of goodness and honesty. Yes, wealth can be generated honestly and with integrity. It is paramount to build it diligently and gradually, avoiding the temptation of dishonest shortcuts. Proverbs 28:20 states, "A faithful person will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished." The Bible consistently warns against the dangers of reckless financial endeavors. Cryptocurrencies, NFTs, sports betting, anything promising quick and easy money often leads to ruin, not only financially, but also morally and spiritually. The singular path to sustainable wealth is honesty, patience, consistent perseverance, and diligent work. A verse also reminds us, "Whoever loves money never has enough money. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income." Impatience frequently stems from greed, and greed inevitably leads to ruin. Proverbs 13:22 declares, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children." This prompts a profound question. What legacy do you aspire to leave for future generations? While a direct answer may require more life experience, it is understood that easy circumstances often hinder the development of essential life values. It is through suffering, pain, scarcity, and difficulty that individuals cultivate the effort and character needed to thrive when conditions improve. Providing everything to children is not the solution. Instead, the greatest legacy for children and grandchildren lies in providing an exceptional education, instilling strong values, and offering experiences and necessary tools to become contributing members of society, capable of building their own futures. This question of legacy is one every individual must confront. Romans 13:8 admonishes, "Owe no one anything, except to love one another, for the one who loves another has fulfilled the law." It emphasizes that true contentment does not depend on material inheritance or what others might provide. Ultimately, the most crucial aspect is the intangible. A significant percentage of familial conflicts originate from disputes over inheritance, money, and material possessions. What truly matters is unity and cohesion. Material things are transient. What endures is how individuals honor divine values throughout this life. Squabbling over possessions or material history fails to honor those values. Ecclesiastes 11:1-2 advises, "Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 or even to 8, for you know not what disaster may happen on earth. This verse from Ecclesiastes clearly advocates for diversification in investments. It acknowledges life's inherent uncertainties, urging individuals not to place all their resources in a single venture. Diversifying investments protects against unforeseen adversities, safeguarding assets. This is a clear, biblical principle of intelligent investment. Proverbs 21:20 states, "Precious treasure and oil are in a wise person's dwelling, but a foolish person devours them." The wise person lives a frugal life, not in deprivation, but by understanding the value of careful management. They are not controlled by possessions, but possess a profound ability to plan, make provisions for the future, and manage uncertainty. They plan, calculate, and administer their resources wisely, ensuring a consistent supply. In stark contrast, the foolish person, lacking self-control, spends recklessly and incessantly, leading to the eventual dissipation of all wealth. This video highlights fundamental biblical wisdom for wealth. Consider exploring the Bible as a guide for all aspects of life: relational, professional, confidence, values, principles, and financial. It offers guidance, light, and orientation for every concern. Regardless of religious conviction, reading this most significant book in human history, contributed to by countless individuals, can profoundly impact lives. Your engagement, through likes and comments, significantly boosts this channel's mission to help individuals improve their lives daily. Feel free to share any insightful comments below. A collective embrace to all, and until the next video, goodbye.